Now Bobby, I thought I could trust you not to take chances with grown-up stuff. When I tell you the facts about cigarettes, I hope it'll make you think twice if you're in that situation again.
But Mum...
No buts, Bobby. Although you might see some people smoking cigarettes now, there aren't as many as there used to be. Not since we learned how sick they can make you. Unlike the other drugs in the medicine cabinet, cigarettes are very addictive.
What does addictive mean, Mum?
Once you start to use something addictive, your body will crave more and it can be very difficult to stop wanting more. The drug in cigarettes is called nicotine. It can cause real harm.
How, Mum?
Well, nicotine makes the blood pressure rise and the heart beat faster. It makes the body work harder. There are lots of nasty chemicals in cigarettes, which come from the pesticides used on the tobacco plants when they're being grown. The blood carries the chemicals to every cell in a smoker's body.
Is that why smoking made me cough, Mum?
Not only that, but smoking can cause lung disease and heart disease. A smoker's tongue, nose and throat can be infected, and sometimes the doctor can't make them better.
Sorry for smoking, Mum.
I'm glad you can see sense, Bobby, but I want to warn you about alcohol as well. Alcohol is in drinks, like that beer you had in the park. It's also in wine and spirits like whiskey, gin and vodka. Apart from it being against the law for anyone under 18 to have alcohol, young people's bodies just aren't strong enough to handle the effects yet.
What effects, Mum?
Well, if you drank too much in one go, it can make you unconscious and harm you. A long-term drinking habit can cause liver, heart and stomach problems. You could get addicted.
So alcohol is for grown-ups only, and even they shouldn't drink too much.
Your young body isn't fully grown yet, and you can get really sick if you mess with these things. Now off to bed, young man.
I'm off to school, Mum. See you later.
Behave yourself today, Bobby, and I hope Mr. Jones likes your homework. I'm sure he will. And remember what we talked about last night. Think for yourself, Bobby.
You know, you should have told Mum about the skateboarding homework, Bobby. She'll find out eventually. Then we really will be in a world of trouble.
A world of trouble? Pah! Get straight back to the park, Bobby boy. I bet your school bag is still there. Go! I told you everything would be okay, Bobby boy. Nothing to worry about at all. Now let's take the day off school. Do something fun. Hey, hey, hey.
Don't listen to him, Bobby. We'll still need to find your school project. It has to be handed in today. Hurrah! There's your homework.
Hurrah!
Now let's get to school. We're already late.
What a mess. Glass everywhere. And what's all this other stuff?
I don't like this, Bobby. Get your project and get to school. Quick, smart.
Hey, there's a lighter. Let's have a quick smoke. It'll be cool. Come on, Bobby boy, live a little bit. Have some fun. You're too cool for school. Is your name Bobby Blast? Say no, say no, say no.
Yes it is.
Ha! And is this your skateboard? Say no, say no, say no.
Yes it is.
I thought I recognised you from yesterday. Come with me and I'll tell you just how dangerous this stuff is. We'll call your mother first. Okay, young Bobby. The things you were looking at in the park are illegal drugs. That means you could be arrested just for having them. There are different types of illegal drugs, depending on how the police class them.
What does class mean, sir?
Good question, young Bobby. The police say that there are 3 classes of drugs, A, B and C. Let's start with cannabis. Some people call it grass or blow, weed, spliff, ganja, dope, hash or skunk.
Skunk?
Because it stinks. Cannabis comes from a plant and the leaves look like green, brown tobacco. It's usually made into a joint that looks a bit like a cigarette.
Why do people use cannabis, sir?
Well, it slows the body down. It makes them feel relaxed at first, then they want to talk a lot and they start giggling.
Why? Is cannabis funny?
People that use it think so. They laugh at practically anything. But it can also make people paranoid.
Paranoid?
They think that everyone is talking about them. or making fun of them. This can cause a lot of trouble. Cannabis users sometimes have bloodshot eyes, a dry mouth, and they feel tired and hungry. That's called getting the munchies. It can make them dizzy and sick and like cigarettes. Cannabis can cause lung cancer. The other drug you saw in that bag was cocaine.
Was that the white powder?
It was. Cocaine is a Class A drug. Some of its other names are Coke, Beech and Charlie.
How do people take that, sir?
Cocaine is usually sniffed up the nose. It speeds the body up and makes people feel more confident and energetic.
Then what happens?
Well, it can make the user feel uptight and stop them sleeping properly. Cocaine is very addictive, and users soon have to use more of the drug once they are hooked.
Being addicted to something sounds scary.
It is, and you can get into big trouble if the police catch you with it.
Phew. There are lots of illegal drugs, aren't there, Mum?
There sure are, Bobby. Some drugs slow your body down, and some will speed the body up. But if you know the facts, you can avoid getting addicted and getting into trouble. Thanks, Officer Parkinson. Bobby has learnt a lot here.
Okay, Bobby. Your project was good, but because you handed it in late, I've given you 8 out of 10. Well done, you've got top marks in the class. Officer Parkinson here also told me that you've learned more about drugs than you bargained for this week. I hope you realise that a clever person will always tell an adult that they trust if they find themselves in a situation with drugs.
Bobby, would you like to come bowling at the weekend? There won't be any jokers there with drugs this time. Cool people only. Bring your skateboards if you like. I like it when you do those tricks.
Okay, Gemma. Fine.
Easy, Bobby boy. Easy. Cool people only.
I don't know about this, Bobby. Tell you're rearranging your sock drawer that night. Going away to Tasmania for the year. You've caught a terrible illness and it's awfully contagious.
Whee!
Ow.